You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Some stations don't carry the first hour, so I'm going to briefly recap this, start taking your phone calls on the larger issue of free speech and how they're attacking it. I'm going to be getting into the FCC hearings, what Obama wants to do to, quote, defend net neutrality that actually takes over the internet. It's another hoax where they're claiming we're now anti-net neutrality because we oppose Obama's plans to, quote, protect net neutrality by regulating it and controlling it. Another bait and switch. We're going to get into a bunch of First Amendment issues in this hour. Now it ties into the media wars that are going on. We've got more measles news. We've got a bunch of politics news, science news, economy news, world news. It's all coming up. But right now, I'll recap in the next segment. We just have a copyright claim by one of the largest Sandy Hook groups claiming that we can't show a clip, just a screenshot of a BBC report and other newspapers showing one of the reported dead of Sandy Hook as one of the dead at a terrorist attack, and it is the same photo. It is the child. And we didn't say his kid wasn't killed. And they came in and they're trying to take our YouTube channel down. This is a big deal, folks. Again, that'd be like saying I couldn't stand in front of a McDonald's on the city street and shoot a video report. McDonald's would claim a copyright claim because I showed the Golden Arches. I can't put a Golden Arches up over my business as a trademark and sell goods under the Golden Arches. So, yes, they could get me for copyright if I was selling stuff based off his son's image. We're not. We're reporting on another news report. That's crazy. I mean, it's just absolutely cut and dry, indefensible. And they've said on their site they do it to shut down people's speech. So then in a court, that would show malice of forethought to shut down the First Amendment. That's a civil rights violation. So you better talk to your lawyers over there at your Honor Network, and or maybe they don't care. Maybe they think everybody's ignorant and dumb out there, and you can just run around doing stuff like this. We're not going to put up with it. I know I'm making a big deal out of it because it is a big deal. Mercedes in Oregon, you're on the air. Thanks for calling.
Yes, happy birthday. It was just my birthday as well, a few days before yours.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Yes, we're doing awesomely. I also host a news program that I started this year.
Good.
Because you inspired me.
Awesome.
And I interview local authorities, and I make connections to my community, and I do a lot to, talk about your product because they work.
Well, sweetheart, people like you doing that, just everybody getting involved, no matter if you're not professional or professional. I wasn't professional when I started out, still aren't in many ways. People like that. They like the genuineness and the hokiness and all the rest of it. Just get out there, expose the globalist, promote people that are doing good. You see a cop doing something good, promote them. You see him doing something bad, slap him down politically. You see a preacher doing something good, promote him. You see him pushing Romans 13 garbage, stand up to him. I mean, we've just got to let our voices be heard. People want freedom on average.
That's right. It's becoming so large that I'm just, joining the wave of, all of this becoming a reality. So,
well, I'm glad you're involved. I mean, is that your free speech statement? Is just that you're involved now?
And the lawsuit that you're facing is...
I'm not facing a lawsuit. I'm facing a fraudulent claim of copyright violation, and then I may have to sue them.
Right. Exactly. And you get it all on record. You defeat them. Happy birthday to you.
Well, God bless you. But listen, this has happened over and over again. People say, oh, it's so tiring, they keep attacking. That's because we are savaging the globalists at point-blank range. I mean, I expect to be attacked. The point is you got to just keep coming back over and over again. That's who wins the ball game. 4 quarters, ladies and gentlemen, and we're entering the 4th quarter, and we right now are ahead by 3 points. We can win this thing, but we got to pull in the same direction.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
You let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime Directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.
For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
The headlines on Infowars.com right now. Feds are holding hearings on whether they should regulate, that's close quote, sites like Drudge, Infowars, and Economic Collapse Blog, and others. That dovetails with police officers can sue newspapers for publishing descriptive info like they're secret agents, raising serious First Amendment issues. That's out of Tech Dirt. That ties into net neutrality as a Trojan horse virus infecting the internet by the New American. Because they call it net neutrality, having the Obama administration come in to start using the FCC to regulate the web. And it gets very confusing. But it's like they call Obamacare reform. Well, the word reform isn't necessarily good. And I've said this hundreds of times. If you stick your hand in a blender and turn it on high, it's going to reform your fingers. They're going to be reformed. If a deer jumps out in front of an 18-wheeler going 75 miles an hour, it's going to reform that deer into what looks like blueberry and cherry jelly all over the highway. It's not a good reform. So they're playing these games, and they had all the Democratic Party websites. I mean, when I say all of them, scores of them come out a few months ago, and I said this so-called net neutrality that's being brought forward by Obama is the opposite, and I got attacked for it, saying Jones doesn't like net neutrality. He wants to get rid of internet freedom. Bull! I'm against SOPA. I'm against CISPA. I'm against all these different forms of censorship, misapplying copyright. I'm against all this garbage that's going on. It's very, very dangerous. And we need the net neutrality we've had, not have government, quote, be the guardian of net neutrality. We need consumers to leave any company that tries to stop the flow of information over their networks. And the claim that companies are losing money on video downloads. They charge you for your internet connection to make huge profits. This has been the only growth sector in the U.S. economy, pretty much, except for banking scams in the last 20 years, has been the tech economy, has been the bandwidth, internet, telecommunications boom. So we're going to be breaking that report down as well. But I want to go to Terry, Brian, Nathan, Britton, Ben, and others right now. I'm not going to belabor this anymore, but so new listeners know what we're talking about. There is an organization that says they represent some of the Sandy Hook victims' family members called the Honor Newtown Group. And they say their reason to exist is to bring awareness to hoaxer activity and to criminally and or civilly prosecute those who wittingly and publicly defame, harass, and emotionally abuse the victims of high-profile tragedies and or the family members. So you're not supposed to question any big high-profile event. That's the new thought crime. We intend to hold such abusers personally accountable for their actions in whatever capacity the law allows. Coming up, I'm going to play the report that they have filed a false copyright claim on and shut down because we showed the BBC News article and several others showing the man that founded this group's son, Noah Posner, in Pakistani rallies for dead children killed by al-Qaeda bombs. All we said was, what's going on? Why are they showing this guy's kid over here? And when the Pakistanis are questioning whether those attacks even happened. And there's no response except we're going to shut your website down. You're not supposed to do that. And this is how SOPA and CISPA, you get 3 strikes on the internet, not just on YouTube or a Google platform, and you're off the web with a web ID, you're banned. They give you 3 false claims, that's it. And this group's also saying you can't say the name of any of these children because they've copyrighted them. You can say the name of anything you want as long as it's free speech. It's copyrighted for the use in trademark sales, not McDonald's, Wendy's, Ford, Chevy, NFL, NHL, Procter & Gamble, I mean, Disney, Universal Studios, Major League Baseball, John Wayne. John Wayne's name's copyrighted. The family controls the name for coffee cups and his movies, and they have a right to do that and get money from it. But I can say John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, baby, John Wayne. In fact, will you guys get Billy Idol's John Wayne off YouTube? I want to play that going out. But like 45 seconds of it or something. John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne. I am not selling John Wayne coffee mugs. I'm not selling John Wayne movies on DVD. I'm not starting a John Wayne theme park. I can talk about John Wayne all I want, or Ronald Reagan. Look, there's John Wayne. I mean, that's what these people are claiming. But that's what they do under SOPA and CISPA. That's what these corporations are trying to change copyright law to do that. Enough of that. Let's now go to your calls. Nathan says he's an Army vet. He's listening on 94.3 FM, WNFZ, there in Tennessee. Nathan, what's your take on all this?
Well, sir, first let me say thank you for the work that you're doing. I certainly appreciate it because I work in a field where all of my phone calls are recorded. I live in a society where everything I say can and will be used against me in the court of law. And I live in a country where it seems like my service and sacrifice is being thrown out the window. So there are several days where my outlook can be negative. But I wanted you to know that I appreciate what you're doing, and I myself am combating the negativity by posting videos, working with my father's ministry, Golden Harvest Ministries, and just trying to put out the good news, the good gospel